Hello everyone and welcome back to Conquer the Frontier here on the New Frontier map with Artemus. We are now in November, so it's starting to get to winter time. But fortunately our house is finally ready. We can start moving in. In fact, we have already moved in, as we didn't have much in our little shed to move. So yes, come winter we'll be nice and cozy in our brand new cabin. Now, as it's been a long time coming, we're going to start with a bit of a tour. So our front door here leads to our kitchen. Nice and cozy. We have the upstairs. We're going to take a look at that later. Around here we have our first bathroom. Little desk by the window. Have our office. We do our planning. A bit of a living room with a cozy fireplace. Some cozy sofas. The chandelier is a bit low. Careful not to hit our head. Here we have the first of many bedrooms. Well, more than we need. We have 3 in total, I believe. Second door leading out to our greenhouse. So we can get to our vegetables. And that takes care of the downstairs. Now for the upstairs. The stairs here, we can take a look into our second living room. Might as well start with that. So another wood burning stove. Very cozy area. Have a beautiful view to our greenhouse and chickens. Can even see the sawmill down there. Second bedroom, our upstairs bathroom. And we have Artemus's bedroom. Very nice and cozy. And finally, it is our bedroom. Nice view out in the forest. Can watch the deer and the rabbits. And we can make sure that Creekside is growing nice and strong, as well as any activity down by our shed. And that takes care of the house tour. Now on to the jobs for the day. We have a couple of purchases to do. As our cows have been diligently producing milk, as well as some slurry. We need to buy a couple of tankers to deal with that. We will be taking the slurry to our BGA to be processed into biogas, and we do get the digestate from that, as well as the silage, if we intend to use it as fertilizer. And the milk we are just selling as is for now. And as we don't intend to use the same tank for both, we are gonna take a couple of tractors down to the store. Here we have our liquid trailers, the Lizard transports. Now for the milk we went with a white finish, as well as white rims. And for our slurry and digestate, a nice screen with a bit of red to match our fence. Now these have a 25 liter capacity, so not too bad for now, but we will have to upgrade later on. But as it stands, it should do just fine. So we are hopping back in our tractors. We are gonna be running these back to the farm. Then it's time to be selling some milk and moving some slurry. We're gonna do that in one tractor and riding along. So first up, we are gonna be moving the slurry, and then it's onto the milk. And I will see you when that's both done. That's our first milk sale. 24,900, not too bad. That's only a couple of months of the cows producing, so we should be seeing some nice numbers from that. Next we are going to take the rest of our milled lumber to be sold as well, as we have used everything we need for our house. We can go ahead and sell the rest. We have made it back. We decided to pick up our liquid fertilizer and herbicide. I was waiting down at the store. So next up we are gonna have to fertilize our park. And we mowed last time. We are gonna wanna get it up to 100% fertilization to get the most out of it. And it's easiest to do now when we can actually see where we're going. I'm just getting the trailer parked up here, and we are hopping in the fence. And that is the last of any field work for the year. It's a strange feeling. Usually there's always plenty to do. Well, here we go. Get it fired up, and I will see you when it's done. That takes care of that. Now next up we are stepping back into forestry. Seems to be our main winter job here on the farm. We are going to be tackling this area behind the sawmill. Now where Veterans Park gets to a narrow point, we do want to expand that a bit so we don't have to deal with that narrow point. And as you can see, this is very dense woodland here. We are in need of wood for a sawmill and wood shredder. So we are going to need to feed that here. What we are looking to do is cut a line from our silos here down to where Veterans Park is. So if you run through the wood here. So we want to take this line here. I want to imagine it goes all the way back to our silos back there. And we plan on extending this straight on. And it's not all gonna be field, we are gonna be building as well. But this is the current plan. So Artemus is starting in the JCB. He's gonna be cutting from the silo side. We are gonna run through here and mark out the area by chopping with our axe. Now we are gonna be hauling the trees to the sawmill as well as the wood shredder. So we're gonna leave pretty big stumps here, so it's easy to tell where to we are cutting. And that should make things easy for us. So we're gonna get as much done as we can for today, and I will see you then. we go. That's the section started. They get it all marked out. We got a nice chunk cut in here. We are leaving a decorative tree line here along our sawmill. It's gonna continue, go around following this path here. And it's gonna extend along the road here. So Veterans Park might go around it. How far is yet to be determined. Still don't know how this area is gonna look. We're just getting it ready to be something. But our bunker silo is fermented. And we are gonna get that loaded into our biogas plant. And for that we are gonna need a second belt, as the conveyors we have now don't quite reach. So while Artemus is getting the rest of the stumps cleared out, we are gonna dash down to the store. We are gonna be grabbing that belt. We are back with our new conveyor belt. Looks like Artemus has been setting up our other ones. That's good. It's getting quite dark. It's those winter months. Let's get this parked up here. And we can get it set up as well. Here we go, all conveyor set up. We can go ahead and open the bunk. And yeah, that is going into our BGA. Look at that. All conveyors are working. And in it goes. So our BGA will now start filling the silage. And should start processing overnight. Now we have quite a bit in this bunk. And we still have 82,000 in this one. So we are not too worried about running out of silage for our cows. We're going to be using this bunk for it. And in a few short months we'll be back mowing some more grass. So this should be just fine. And maybe this bunk might not even empty all the way. So we should be all set here. That is all for the day. We can enjoy the warmth in our new house. Shielded from the weather. Looks like we have some rain on the forecast. But that won't bother us in here. So if you liked today's episode, drop a like down below. Leave a comment if you have any tips, tricks or suggestions. Make sure to check out Artemus' channel. Link will be down in the description. And make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss the next episode of Conquering the Frontier.